Imagine buying a house for $170,000 and 30 years later it's worth $750,000. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to me. And even though I no longer own the home, it got me thinking about the wild ride of homeownership. 30 years ago, we took a leap into the world of homeownership. We bought our first house in a brand new development, and let me tell you, it was nothing fancy. Our backyard was a tiny concrete slab surrounded by dirt. But you know what? It was ours. And that meant everything. This wasn't just any neighborhood, it was an income limited area designed to give folks like us, young, hopeful, and not exactly rolling in cash, a chance to get our foot in the door of a housing market. And we felt like we were adulting in the best possible way. Our neighbors, well, they quickly became like family. There's something special about a bunch of first time homeowners all figuring things out together. We shared tools, advice, and more than a few beers over those new fences that we put up. We had so much hope for the future back then. This house represented all our dreams, a place to build a life, maybe raise a family, and grow old together. It was our little piece of the American dream. Now, fast forward 30 years, and here's where things get a little bit mind boggling. That modest little house, the one we scraped and saved to buy in an income limited neighborhood, is now worth nearly $750,000. Hey, let that sink in for a moment. On the one hand, it's amazing. Talk about a return on investment, right? If I'd only held on to it. But on the other hand, it really makes you think about how much has changed in 3 decades. The housing market today is a whole different ballgame. And I can't help but wonder how young families now, the ones in the same position we were in 30 years ago, how do they manage to buy their first home when prices have skyrocketed like this? The idea of an income limited neighborhood seems almost quaint now, doesn't it? It's not just about the money, though, it's about what homeownership represents: stability, community, a sense of belonging. And I worry that for many, like my kids, this piece of the American dream is slipping further out of reach. But here's the thing: I'm not sharing this story to discourage anyone or to get political. If anything, I hope it sparks some conversations. How can we create more opportunities for first time homebuyers? What does the future of homeownership look like? Maybe it's time to get creative, to rethink how we approach housing and community building. This journey from dirt-filled backyard to a valuable property has opened my eyes to how much has changed. So whether you're a longtime homeowner or renter or someone dreaming of having your first place, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How has your experience with housing changed over the years? And what do you think needs to happen to make homeownership more accessible for the next generation? Every journey starts with a single step, or in our case, a tiny concrete slab and a whole lot of hope. Thanks for watching.